reports. Two things. Very simply, the Aurora Gaylord project was approved by the State Economic Development Commission on Friday, along with part of a project from Pueblo. This has the potential, when a deal is finalized, to change the whole perception and reality of the city of Aurora. And I did not attend all the meetings, but I did go down to this session, and we were not approved on a unanimous vote, but I still took the opportunity to thank each of the commissioners for their effort, and sincerely meant it. I know they went through a lot, and to have that vote come in our favor is extremely important to our future. And now we just have to wait another 120 days to get the deal put together through the hands of all the attorneys. Second thing, on Sunday, I went to a presentation at Aurora Central by the 101st Army Band. That was great. It was in Aurora. Certainly everything that we can support from the military in Aurora is important, but retired Major General Mason Whitney, who at one time commanded Buckley as an Air Force base and eventually was Adjutant General of, for the state of Colorado, spent about 45 minutes talking about his young life as a college graduate and his first experiences going to Vietnam. And it was an absolutely fascinating conversation. So it was an opportunity that happens about once a year. It was part of Military Appreciation Day. I was happy to be there. And General Whitney did well. So just wanted to pass that along to everyone. Thank you. Reports by council. Let's start with Councilmember Roth and move down the line.
Two items. The first one's a little ways out, but since this was named EMS week, I thought I'd mention it anyway. We don't have a Ward 5 town hall meeting for May, but June 25th we have one, and it is going to feature first responders. So David Patterson will be there representing rural metro, and we'll have representatives from fire and police as well. And they're going to all be doing presentations on their department and their capacity and all that sort of stuff. The second item is that I wanted to appoint Mr. Stephen Bush to the CABC committee. Thank you.
Councilmember Bersons.
Thank you. Ward 3 will have their next ward meeting on June the 6th at 6:30. That's always at the Aurora Chamber office. That's in the Westera building, 3rd floor. And if you don't know where the Westera building is, it's directly across from Chick-fil-A. So that's a good place. So just look across the street, 3rd floor. The Ward 3 meeting, and we will have a number of guest speakers, so you won't want to miss it. 6:30. Thank you.
Councilmember Pierce.
Thank you, Mayor. This past Saturday, Councilmember Broom and I went to a new business that opened in Aurora. They call it Chuck and Dave's Pet Food Outlet. It's on Arapahoe and Parker Road at the Arapahoe Crossing next to the King Super. So instead of a ribbon cutting, they had a leash cutting. So the CEO of the company stretched out this dog leash, and he cut the leash. So glad to have.
The dog didn't get away.
No, the dog. No, there was no dog attached to it when we were cutting the leash. But anyway, I just want to welcome Chuck and Dave's Pet Food Outlet to Aurora. It's the 4th store in Colorado, the first one in Aurora, and welcome that new business. And lastly, the city is offering, with hot weather coming and people watering their lawns, a free program to help residents with automatic sprinkler systems. The city is partnering with the Center for Resource Conservation, offering free automatic sprinkler system audits and a person will come out to your house and evaluate your system, make sure you're not wasting water. If there's anything that needs to be repaired, they will let you know, and it is a free service, and if you want to sign up, you can, but their space is limited on this audit, but you can call 303-999-3820 or go to aurorawater.org, and you can get more information there. So hopefully you can do that and save water on your lawn. Thanks.
Councilmember Broom.
Thank you, Mayor. The next Ward 6 town meeting is this week, Thursday evening at 7 o'clock at the Talons Reach Library. We're going to be discussing the 2013 budget, and this is the last budget meeting, I believe, for all of the wards. So we've saved the best for last, so I'd like you to all come out. One of the things we are going to be discussing is a couple projects that are badly needed in Ward 6 that is going to probably be part of the bond program that's going to be brought forth for the voters in November. The first item would be the widening of Arapahoe Road, where it narrows down to 2 lanes near the high school out there. It's a very dangerous portion of road. The other major project out there that has a lot of interest because there's big traffic jams that back up at both rush hours is improvements to Gun Club Road. So if you have an interest in those roads and want to find out more about it, please come to my Ward 6 town meeting this Thursday evening. Secondly, I'd like to address something that came up a little earlier in our meeting, and that was the concern that by approving a project called the Niagara Water Bottling Project, we were somehow hurting residential property owners and taking water away from them that they would otherwise be able to use. The way the system works in Aurora, anytime a new business starts up, they have to buy a water tap. In the case of a home, when you build a new home, you pay $24,000 for a tap. About $5,000 of that $24,000 is set aside to buy water rights to serve that particular house. Same thing is true for the thousands of commercial accounts that are here in Aurora, except that their water tap fees many times run into hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that again, we budget a certain amount each year to buy water rights, and the way we fund that is by selling water taps. So that property owner has been paying, property taxes on that property for years, and he has an expectation that when he comes into the city to take out a water tap, as long as he meets all of our other criteria, he should be able to get a water tap, build his business, and create jobs and that type of thing. So I supported that project, and I think it's good for the city. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Clellan. Councilmember Laguerre. Councilmember Market.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to commend all of our people in the Aurora Police Department. This has been National Police Appreciation Week. We had an awards and promotions ceremony here last week, which was really, since I don't watch television, it was amazing to me to hear these stories of what happens and what goes on and the marvelous work that the police do. And then on Thursday, we had a ceremony honoring those who have died in the line of duty, which certainly is the ultimate expenditure of city resources, and they're very sincerely missed. Their families were here. It was a really moving ceremony. Moving forward, ward meetings are abounding. Mine is also Thursday this week, the 24th. We'll be at Aurora Medical Center, the Medical Center of Aurora. We'll be meeting at 6:30. And I thought we'd talk about health, since we'll be at the hospital. The hospital has some changes and new programs in the works. There's also a citizen group called Aurora Health Access that'll be telling us what they've been up to. For your entertainment, I always have to find something for us to do to entertain us. Tuesday, the 29th, the Rose Garden series of concerts begin at Gardens on Havana in the Rose Garden, named for Lisa Strawn, who had been our retail specialist, who was instrumental in getting that project off the ground. We'll start at 6, end at 8, not if it rains, so hopefully good weather. And I apologize, I don't remember who the artists are, but there'll be music in the Rose Garden on Havana.
Councilmember Peterson.
Yes, coming up is Memorial Day, and we have a ceremony outside of the city building here on the the east side of the building, and that will be on Memorial Day, Monday at 11:30. And I really encourage citizens to come out. it's seeming like more and more folks are coming every year. So I'd like to encourage you to come out and join us. It's a short ceremony, but it's nice. Then I also want to invite folks to my Ward 2 Town Picnic, which will be on Saturday, June 2nd, 2 to 4 at General's Park.
Councilmember Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to thank everybody from Ward 1 who came to our meeting about potential improvements on Montview Boulevard. We had 75 folks come out and give their input, and we greatly appreciate it. Just so you know, we do listen, and we obviously do shape the policy based on citizen input. So those 75 folks actually help determine whether a certain issue goes on to a potential upcoming ballot issue, and if so, what that project may look like after. So when you see those public meetings, we desperately want your input, and we do heavily weigh your input, and we appreciate your time. Also, on June 9th, there is a group in North Aurora, if you haven't heard of them, called the Aurora Arts District. And it's a bunch of small businesses, primarily independently owned, mostly family-owned, and they're all trying to make an improvement in North Aurora. So they're donating their time, they're volunteering, their services, and there's, Red Delicious Presses there, House of Flowers, House of Ink, Roy Hill, you name it, we have a lot of different businesses there. But they're having a celebration on June 9th called From the Earth, and it's art from the earth. And they're going to have pottery, they're going to have a petting zoo, they're going to have music, they're going to have gardening, just in time for summer. So if you're looking for something to do from 11 to 7 June 9th, or you just want to pop in, we would love to see you up there. And I just want to congratulate Aurora Central High School students, seniors, graduating May 22nd. Congratulations on all of your hard work. I'm very excited for you. Enjoy your day. You've definitely earned it. And our library, their kickoff party for their summer reading program is scheduled for May 26th at 10 a.m. They're going to have a kickoff party at 1 p.m., and you can meet and have your picture taken with the stormtrooper, have your face painted. They have a program, Dream Big Read, for youngsters up to about grade 5, and then from grade 6 to 12, Own the Night. So our library and cultural services put on a lot of different programs for the city. Check out their calendar. They would love to see you.
Councilmember Hunter Holland.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I had the good fortune of presenting a proclamation to Richard Neeson, who is the Aurora Symphony conductor. And he served our symphony for 11 years, and he will be missed. He had much expertise and his guidance and his passion for not only the symphony orchestra, but for the youth who were interested in instrumental music as well. He will be greatly missed. And then I would like to also extend my congratulations to all Aurora graduates. May you continue on your road to progress and be successful in your ventures. Best wishes to you all. And a special thank you to all who are enlisting and will be serving in our armed forces. Thank you.
I'd like to take the opportunity to add to a couple of things to what Councilmember Broom said earlier regarding the Niagara situation, because I think it's important to set the record straight. First of all, the tap fee that Niagara will pay is $680,000, roughly 30 times what a single residence pays. The average water bill that Niagara will pay will be $50,000 a month. Now, all of that money,
They must have teenagers.
all of that money goes into the utility enterprise fund, and not a dime of it goes into the city general fund. So all of those payments are used to improve the city water and sewer system. They're not used for any other purpose. And so the suggestion that they might have been in the past or might be in the future is just totally wrong. And I think that record needs to be set straight. So I wanted to add that. Other questions that Mr. Burnison may have had certainly can be answered independently, but I think it was important to get those things on the record right now. Next is public invited to be heard. Do we have anyone else who wishes to address council this evening? Seeing no one, we are adjourned.